Okay, so yeah. So I'm Siddharth. Like I prefer if you call me Sid, it's perfectly fine. And I am in the cohort for fitness, activity, and recognition. So yeah, starting on this topic, generally all the exercises like we do push-ups, pull-ups, jumping jacks, or playing some sports. Like I consider playing sports as well as an exercise because yes, we have some body movements involved. All of these can be viewed as a sequence of poses consisting of the position, the orientation of a person's body, and understanding of poses from images and videos is a crucial step for enabling a range of applications, including AR display, gesture recognition, and exercise recognition and correction that we in this cohort are working on. However, a three-dimensional pose captured in 2 dimensions in an image and videos appear different depending on the viewpoint of the camera. The ability to recognize similarity in 3D poses using only 2D information will help vision systems better understand the world. Can I have the next slide, please? Okay. In view invariant probability embedding for human pose, better called as PRY, the authors presented a new algorithm for human pose perception that recognizes similarity in human body poses across different camera views by mapping 2D body pose key points to a view invariant embedding space. This ability enables the tasks such as pose retrieval, action recognition, and action video synchronization, and much more. Compared to existing models that directly mapped 2D pose key points to 3D pose key points, the PRY embedding space is firstly view invariant. Second, the probability in order to capture 2D input ambiguity. And third, it doesn't require a camera. So no camera parameters during the training or like inference. Input to PRY is a set of 2D key points from any 2D pose estimator that produces minimum of 13 body key points. And the output is going to be the mean or variance or the combination of both of the pose embedding. The distance between embedding of 2D pose correlate to their similarities in absolute 3D pose space. The approach is based on 2 observations. First, the same 3D pose may appear very different in 2D as the viewpoint changes. The same 2D pose can be projected from different 3D points. Talking about the first observation, it motivated the need for view invariance. To accomplish this, the authors defined the matching probability, that is the likelihood that different 2D poses were projected from the same or similar 3D poses. The matching probability predicted by PRY for matching pose pairs should be higher than for non-matching pairs. To address the second observation, PRY utilized probabilistic embedding formulation because many 3D poses can project to same or similar 2D pose. The model input exhibits an inherent ambiguity that is difficult to capture through deterministic mapping or point-to-point in embedding space. As an example, in the figure here, you can see that the third 2D view for the 3D pose on the left is similar to the second 2D view of the 3D pose on the right. So they are mapped into similar locations in the embedding space, but with large variance to distinguish. Can I have next slide, please? Okay. During training, they used 2D poses from 2 different sources, multi-view in images and projections of ground truth, 3D pose, triplets of 2D poses called anchors, positive and negative, are selected from a batch. When the anchor and positive are two different projections of the same 3D pose, and the negative is like a non-matching 3D pose, PRY then estimates the matching probability of 2D pose pair from their embedding. They also pushed the matching probability of positive pairs to be close to 1 with a positive pairwise loss, which minimizes the embedding distance between positive pairs, and the matching probability of negative pairs to be small by maximizing the ratio of matching probability between positive and negative pairs with a triplet ratio loss. Triplet, what they refer is as anchor, positive, and negative, like the three parts that you can see. PRY maps a 2D pose to a probabilistic embedding as a multivariant Gaussian distribution using simple Bayes approach. For similarity score computation between two distributions during training, they used a Gaussian prior loss to regularize the prediction distribution. Can I have next slide, please? Yes. For evaluation of the results, a new cross-view pose retrieval benchmark was proposed to evaluate the view invariance properties of the embedding. Given a monocular pose image, cross-view retrieval aims to retrieve the same pose from different views without using camera parameters. The result demonstrates that PRY retrieves poses more accurately across views compared to baseline models in both evaluated datasets, which are human 3.6M and MPII INAV 3DP. So common 3D pose estimating methods, such as the simple baseline used for comparison, are SEM-GCN and epipolar pose that predicts 3D poses in camera coordinates, which are not directly view invariant. Thus, rigid alignment between every query index pair is required for retrieval using estimated 3D poses, which is computationally expensive due to the need of singular value decomposition. In contrast, PRY embedding can be directly used for distant or distance computation in Euclidean space without any processing. Can I have next slide, please? Thank you. View invariant pose embedding can be applied to many images and video related tasks. Here it is shown that PRY applied to cross view retrieval on in the wild image without using the camera parameters. Okay, so yeah, I will just share this video afterwards that describes how the PRY is being used on the model. The same PRY model can also be used for video alignment. To do so, they stacked PRY embedding within a small time window and use the dynamic time wrapping DTW algorithm to align video pairs. The video alignment distance calculated via DTW can then be used for action recognition by classifying videos using nearest neighbor search. Just an example, evaluated on embedding using the pen action dataset and demonstrated that using the PRY embedding without fine-tuning on the target dataset yields a highly competitive recognition accuracy. Can I have next slide, please? Yeah. So here I want to suggest to use this algorithm as a comparison parameter for the videos over Blaze pose that we are using for our key point coordinates detection, on which we can build on and work to achieve a better result since we don't have to be considerate about various camera angles and poses. It will also enable us to use a lot of videos for training for a particular exercise, because we won't be like bounded to certain videos if the video is like in different camera angles. Uh, and we won't be dependent on a few videos. I don't know currently how the result will look like if we use this algorithm, because we haven't started to work on this part. Currently, we are collecting data for training and testing, but if this algorithm is capable of producing the results that are suggested by the authors, we will definitely have outbreaking results on our examples and on our cohort. So that's all about this complete paper. Thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free